Hi everybody, it's Sunday, July 11th, and another weekly update for you, trying to keep you informed and letting you know what's going on in the company, and we try to do it to congratulate people. But by all means, if you have a topic you want me to cover, or a question, or perhaps you'd like to be on the weekly update, I'd love to have to hear some different voices. I know the employees throughout the company would like to see somebody else other than just me on camera. So again, if you have a topic that you want to talk about, it can be anything. Maybe how to sell area rugs, how to, your take on hardwood, or whatever it could be. Just get with me, and I'll be more than happy to shoot it and let you be the star of the show, if you will. Hey, what's coming up in the next couple weeks, something exciting. We placed orders for new carpet samples, way back in the beginning of February or so, and actually some of them are starting to show up. So we have quite a wide range that we're hoping to get the samples. We ordered 25 different styles, okay? And basically we ordered some throughout all our different labels, some identities, some requests, some eclairs, a life series, Trish Camaras, all the way through. And then we also ordered some of each, some PETs, some Stainmaster nylons, some generic nylons, like that. So we're going to be basically adding to our selection of large samples, what we call the basket racks, on the floor. Okay? And as we add more of those racks, we're taking down more of the flip cards. And basically, because our sales record over the last number of years, products in the flip card racks do not sell very well. And my own personal philosophy is basically a couple different reasons. One, the customer always wants to see a bigger piece. And I'm sure all of you have had times when people say, hey, can you get me a bigger sample of this, so on and so forth. We go through the process of trying to get a bigger sample, and a lot of times by the time the sample shows up at the store, the customer's already purchased someplace else. So everybody likes to see a bigger sample than the little ones on the flip cards. Another reason is that it's harder to shop out of. You're flipping them along versus the basket that's right out there. You can see all the colors, so on and so forth. But basically, that's kind of the mindset of the company. And I know all the stores have received some of those taller upright racks that hold the larger samples, that we're going to be putting our Stainmaster products in and kind of grouping a number of the Stainmaster products together. Again, a very simple philosophy on that is that when people come in and say they want Stainmaster, they want Stainmaster. Right or wrong, positive, indifferent, minus, positive or negative, whatever you think about Stainmaster, if the customer is dead set on buying Stainmaster, we might as well show them Stainmaster and sell them Stainmaster. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to basically have a Stainmaster section in all the stores. We're one of the few retailers whose stores are large enough to show a great selection of PETs, a great selection of nylons, Stainmaster nylons, as well as the new PTT or SmartStrand or Textera products, to kind of show everything. And when it comes right down to it, if the customer has been brainwashed and stuff like that, although we are a PET house, we've had great success with it, but sometimes, if they're already convinced that they don't want to buy that, maybe we should just show them what they want, kind of educate them that maybe there's other options. But if they don't bite and they're dead set on buying that Stainmaster, we'll sell them that, and we're going to have a nice selection on them. So as you see the new products coming in the next week or two, we'll be taking more of the Stainmaster products out of the smaller or shorter basket racks and putting them in those taller kind of, I think they're about 4.5 feet tall, those racks, the wood sides, and grouping those all together. Okay, because as you know, Stainmaster is probably the biggest name that people come in asking for specifically. The one thing we did not order any of on this go around, which we're going to rectify, is generic PTTs. Now, as you know, SmartStrand is kind of the name brand or the labeled PTT, and we'll actually bring in some PTT generics on the floor and put them out there like that. So we'll have kind of the generic version of a SmartStrand, but hopefully a lot more competitively priced. We haven't ordered those samples yet, so those will be in the next time we look at samples or carpet samples a couple months from now. So expect those maybe more towards the end of the year before we get those samples. So, but I know it's always exciting when you get new carpet samples. As you know, carpet's still the bulk of our business. Between carpet pad and the installation of carpet, makes up close to 60% of our sales. So it's important for us to have a great selection of carpet. Again, it's kind of our biggest category, and everybody gets so excited to see the new products coming in. So you'll be seeing those showing up in the next week or two. Okay? Hey, going back to last week, we talked about the law of investment and the 7 laws of influence and why they're important to the consumer, and important for you as a salesperson to understand what makes a consumer buy, or what are the buttons, if you will, that gets a consumer to buy. My daughter recently got a job at David's Bridal selling wedding dresses, and it was really interesting. She came home, she was excited after going through the training, and she said, you know, they can always tell when a bride has found the right dress because they pet it. They actually become emotionally bonded with it, and they feel it, and they actually pet it like you would, you know, a dog or you know, rubbing a little child's head, something like that. But they actually physically start to feel the dress, and they're petting it, and that's the buy sign. So it's interesting that no matter what you're selling, that there are buy signs or buy signals, and when a person bonds with what they like, they're going to get it. And that's basically kind of what the law of investment says. Get the customer to commit. Let them be part of the process decision making. Okay? Give them ideas, lead them to products, but then ask them the questions about, you know, do you like it? What do you like about it? Is it the right color? You know, confirm their feelings, and you'll get them to invest in the products, to commit to the products, and then you got a customer for life and a sale for sure. We also, a couple weeks ago, just to review, we talked about the law of scarcity, and that's having products on sale, or a time frame to meet with certain customers, or it could be products that are discontinued, that's limited stock. All these are examples of law of scarcity that works extremely well in any retail situation. That's why they have, you know, weekend sales, so on, and things like that. Okay. The other law of influence we talked about was the law of social acceptance, being number 37 in the United States. Again, is extremely powerful, that we're one of the largest floor covering stores in the whole United States. Okay, you think about that. We only have 7 stores of main S&G stores. We have our distribution, or our clearance center in Turlock, but of the 8 S&G stores, basically just in Northern California, we're the 37th largest. And when you look at that list, there are literally stores that have, you know, 15, 20, 30 stores that don't do as much volume as us. There's retailers out there that advertise way more than we do. Retailers with more locations, better locations, more products, all those kind of things. But again, what makes us number 37 is because we do the job right at a fair price. As our name says, S&G Carpets and More, where quality is affordable. Extremely important to let the customer know that. The other law we're going to talk about today, the new one, is the law of reciprocity. And it's kind of a hard word to say, but it's the law of reciprocity, which says, have you ever received a small gift in the mail, like a bookmark or a set of greeting cards or address labels with your name on them? If the gift is enclosed with a plea to send money in an envelope with a stamp, do you send money? If you don't, do you feel a bit guilty? I think we all do. If someone sends you a dollar bill for filling out a survey, can you, conscience-free, pocket the dollar without filling out the form? If I did something for you, you'll likely feel obligated to do something for me, wouldn't you? The whole crux to the basics of the law of reciprocity. If you treat your customer well, you go the extra mile, you check stock, you find what they're interested in, you send them the thank you cards, you send them the postcards, you called, make sure everything's going well, they're going to in turn send you customers because they know, and they're going to feel somewhat committed, maybe a little bit guilty if they don't, but it's the law of reciprocity. You did so much for them, they in turn feel obligated to do something for you. And what they can do for you, an S&G salesperson, is send you more customers. Okay? So the law of reciprocity works every time, so do your absolute best to bond with the customer. Ask them for the referrals. Okay? The law of reciprocity. It's an important one. So, hey, with that, we're running out of time. I'll talk to you next week. Again, if you have any ideas or thoughts or want to be on the employee updates, let me know. I'd love to have you. Take care. Bye-bye.